Now, we looked at a lot of different applications that come with Microsoft Windows, and many of them are good enough for a lot of what you do. However, sometimes you might have a preference and you want to use something different. So, for example, you might want to go use Google Chrome instead of the Microsoft Edge browser. Or maybe you want to do something that you can't do with the built-in software that Microsoft gives you. So what do you do in a case like that? Well, quite simply, you can install it. The question is how and from where? So first, I want to show you the Windows Store. Come down to our Start menu. And on the right-hand side of this panel, you'll see Microsoft Store. Now, if you're familiar with something like the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, where they can buy different apps for your iPhone and iPad, then you're probably familiar with how something like this is going to work. You have a series of applications here. Some of these are ads, like this one here for CapCut. Others, you have to pay something for. Now that I've clicked on apps, you can see that these are grouped into different categories. Some of them are going to be entertainment and utilities. Some are more business oriented. You have to kind of pick what is the best thing for you. Maybe you want something free but still does a little bit more than what comes with Microsoft Windows. Sometimes you go, no, I'm looking for something I have to pay for because I know this does exactly what I want and it's worthwhile for me. And you can see examples of both paid and free software here. Everything from Microsoft Photoshop to the Movie Maker video editor. One's free, one has a large price content with it. This is one place where you can go. You can also search up at the top if you know a keyword or maybe the name of the app that you're looking for. However, sometimes you want to go out and find another app that maybe is not in the Microsoft Store. There's a large variety of apps that you can install that are completely legitimate. I always recommend going to the developer's website. Don't go to some knockoff site that's promising you this outrageously good deal. Recently, I knew someone who they got a copy of Microsoft Office because it was only $50. And they said, I didn't want to pay, X number of dollars per month, $50. This is a great deal. Turns out it was not legitimate software and would not run, and he could not get his money back because they just closed up shop. So always be careful of that. Be careful of if they want you to pay through some peer-to-peer payment system like Venmo or PayPal. Be careful if the name of the website looks similar but might be a little bit off, or anything that shows you these special hidden deals. Another thing you want to be careful of is things that are over-promising for you. Things that they promise to make your computer 20% faster, 50% faster, memory optimizers, and certain virus cleaners. The more emphatic they are, the more likely that it is a scam that will do nothing or possibly harm you worse. I knew another person, and not that long ago, I heard the story of them, and they had made this mistake themselves. They went in, they were told they had a virus, they had a little thing that popped up in their web browser, and it was just, in reality, I informed them an animated GIF that made it look like it was doing a virus scan. It can't actually do a virus scan from your web browser. But he downloaded and installed this app. It was like $50. He's like, and what did it do? It kept on, showing me all these pop-up ads, and it showed me all this information I didn't want to see. It also went in and constantly told him he needed to upgrade and buy more, and he did it a couple times, and he spent a lot of money on nothing. And so it created an issue. I knew someone a couple years ago, same basic thing happened to them. They were told they had a virus scanner through a web browser ad, and so they installed it, and it installed several viruses that went in and tried to hack their computer. So you want to be careful of those things. Always go to a knowledgeable source, one that's legitimate. Either the developer itself, maybe a well-known source like the Epic Games Store or Steam. Go to someplace like Amazon. These are all places you can find legitimate copies of software. Or, of course, use the Microsoft Windows Store. Those apps have been vetted, they have an automated process, and it's less likely to ever cause you issues. Now, sometimes issues just happen. Sometimes there are bugs in software. This is not because it's malicious, it's just because of the complexity of the modern computer. So our next video, I want to show you some simple ways that you can configure and look to debug when your computer has issues. So stay tuned for that video.